smart drawing. As if the name, the work is so. It understand the artist basic line drawing. So if you are doing a rough design, then it turns into a fade design. This is such a smart tool. So it understands like what the artist want to speak up. So if you are scribbling something on the screen, it will turn into a fade note for the basic shapes. Example, rectangle or like squares, circle and triangle. So these basic shapes software understand very well. So if you are describing something, then yes, no need to make a perfect rectangle. This is a box and there is a table over here and two small table over there. So you need to wait a little before going to the next. So you need to give some time to understand like what we are speaking to the software. So on that angle, almost like it makes the base shapes. That is what the option smart drawing. Now switching to the advanced shapes. Basic shapes is done up: ellipse, rectangle, and your 3-point rectangle and 3-point circle with a smart object. And what we have understood is artistical media, which allow us to create multiple design on the same screen, right? But now going to the advanced shapes. Polygon. As if the name, the work is so. Polygon means number of sides. Poly is more than 3. More than 2 is not poly. More than 3 is poly. So polygon is a closed shape, and basic requirement to make a polygon is 3 sides. In 2 sides, you cannot able to make a polygon. So define the sides here and drag it up. Now the difference between making a triangle through the smart drawing and making a triangle with this is here. If we switch to the shape tool, then you can find these points could be close. This is the advantage of creating a triangle with the help of your shape tool, like polygon tool. Hotkey Y. Polygon tool. Hotkey Y. You can define the sides, and we can able to find the midpoint to get modify. Midpoint and modify. So you can find the mid and modify these points. By default, you can get the midpoints. So it may be 3 sides or it can be more than that. So and the options like even after the drawing you can change the sides and get them to close. Once the design is done, then yes, you can increase and decrease the size. This was. Select, go to F10. Get the plus, switch down over here. Hit the shift button to get it smaller. And I can decrease the numbers and the shape and go beyond the design. And then, so we have understood now how to make the basic shapes to these polygon shape to change the shapes and modify it. Now it is the base object, and the next options, if you need to get it changed 1 point to get more, it's not happening. So the things to be done, convert to curve. Control Q. Either you can have to click over here or else inside the option bar Control Q. Now it is no more a base object. You can modify individual points. So we have understood now how to break down a base object into a normal object and then after get it modified through the convert to curve option. Fine then. So one of the extra options you got to know, the polygon. Inside the polygon also you can have to make a star, but there is a special tool called star. Inside the polygon also you can make a star by taking 5 points, rise it up, get it down, bring, make a star, right? But there is a special tool given that is called star tool, and it is having two different options, control and shift. So the option is over here. This star and this star does have difference here. It is having side, it is also having side, but it does have a inner and outer control, like how much length you want to the outside or inside, that can define, but it cannot be done. It is manual process of moving, no measurement. Here the measurement is there. The second difference, it is a style, so I can switch the style and get chance. Find these two difference. I will find it, let you know, but for the time, yes, there are two stars over here. You need to check what is the difference between them. I don't know. Next, spiral, hotkey A. All these things are there in your Illustrator also. It is there in Corel also the same. There are two changes here, logarithmic progress and symmetric progress. There are two progress are there. If it is logarithmic, then one will be much smaller than the other. It is equal gap. Two type of spirals, hotkey A. Symmetric, equal gap, logarithmic, progressive growth. Next, the direction could be changed by your angle of dragging. You drag in this way and you drag in this way. So the direction automatically changes. The way you direct, it changes the clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. Direction of your spiral will decide by your dragging options, and the closeness will decide by the logarithmic or symmetric option over here. If symmetric, equal gap. If logarithmic, then progressive growth. Direction clockwise or anti-clockwise, right? Now the base line is done up. Now it is to get breakdown. How to break? The same option. Get select, break it up. Get select, break apart. Get select, change the style, right? How to break down the object into multiple parts. Yes. So any complex design could be break down into individual part and the colors could be changed up. Emerald tool, spiral. Star, spiral. A, Y. Next, below it, common shapes. To get a circle design बनाने के लिए इसको use करते हैं. Our select both, combine this, write it, select, join it, make the circle, change the angle, get it plus, right, make it repeat, get it down, make the bounding box, Control D to duplicate, yes, select plus, Control D, select the object, select, drag down, hit right click, and once the duplicate is done, go for the object and duplicate, edit, Control D, get duplicate down, right, so then duplicate the design below to it. Now the same way you can join these two, get it flip, get these two, to combine other object, Control L, and the next. So if you need to select this edge corner and this corner, get zoom, zoom, zoom. So this point, do we get connect with the next point over here? Down, down, down. Zoom to get the triangle out and get this to so got to know how to join these two points. The same way you can get it down and join them and then fill the color. So we have understood now how to make this spiral to get a repeated art. But point to be get connected by selecting the point and going to the option combine. So first of all we need to make these two objects to be a single object through the command called combine. Where is the combine option? Here. Where is in the menu bar? Object combine. Why to combine? To interact the point to join, or else it will not join the 2 points. No, the next graph tool. Switching to the graph. As if the name, it makes this so, it make a graph, but how many box to be made, we need to mention over here. Get 8 by 8 box. Making a chessboard becomes easier. Here's the control. I got to know how to make a cuboid design or a pattern art. The beauty on it, it is not lines. It is practically a box. It is not a line. It is practically a box, but in a grouped manner. Select the object, and on the option bar, the buttons are here. Get it ungroup, and the job is done. Out, 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 out. So I got to know now how to make a box with number and how to break a box and get it individual box. So the command ungroup. Method of working: drag it, select it, break it, select it, move it, right? making a box, getting into breakdown through the command ungroup and the option over here in the option bar. Now the hotkey going to the object and switch to grouping and ungrouping option. Group, ungroup, control U, ungroup, get it done. How to ungroup the graph tool? Hotkey D. Graph tool D. So they are like individual boxes which could be get out by the command. You got to know ctrl plus U for ungroup and ctrl plus G for group. Got to know the opposite of grouping and ungrouping, and it is there inside the object menu. Inside the object menu, grouping and ungrouping, and the hotkey of graph D. Right. Clear? Now the next, you got to know how to make a chess board pattern. Only the things to be done. Yes. After the design is done, we need to break and control U and the rest of the things. बस थोड़ा काउंटिंग लिए इसको पकड़ लेना. Yes. Now the next. हाँ, सिलेक्ट करो और यहाँ पे जाके कलर बॉक्स सिलेक्ट करो, यहाँ पे जाके कलर. राइट. नेक्स्ट, same graph tool. If you need to make a notebook, yes, the column and rows to be get under your control. So columns will be 1, rows like 20. Making a roll book easier, right? And the top row to be get different. Yes, get it big. And this second line or like top line to be red color. Yes, you can put the red color. How to put the red color to the top? Get select the line and get it break up. First convert it into an object, control Q, then select the point, get it break, select the object, get break apart, switch to the options, give a right click, switch to the color. Right. How to break down the basic object into multiple parts. The same tool, graph tool, which is allowed to make a chessboard, is allowed to make a notebook design. मेजरमेंट मीन्स ये है, ये टूल लो और पहले आपको कैनवस मेजर करो. टेबल A4 साइज पेपर में A4 साइज है और इसमें आप टूल लो और ग्रिड वगैरह ऑन करो और ये आपको A4 साइज में ही बनता है. दिस इज एग्जैक्टली द A4 साइज your snapper could be on. अब snapper on करो और baseline को page edge को snapping करो कम करो. Exactly. A4 size with calculation, right? So what is the measurement of unit? You can set it over here and make the snapper to get it fixed. Exactly मुझे 20 boxes चाहिए. So you take the tool 20 like 30 box चाहिए. 30 box. And one straight line in the middle. Freehand line. Right. So ये where to move exactly that you cannot find out. Like after 10 millimeter or 50 millimeter made this. And you can define the x coordinate 50. How to shift the line on screen exactly to 50 mm on the screen. Place wherever like, and then after set the position. Right, how to make a straight line placed exactly on the measure face. Here the coordinate systems. You can place coordinate system x and y, set the unit level. Fine. So we have understood now how to make the graph tool to work. So we'll see this impact tool later better because it is a new tool which has been given. So I have a try of your graph, spiral, common shapes. Common shapes are ready-made available shapes here, which is often used. Arrowhead, basic shapes, flowchart shapes. So all the callouts, all the shapes are ready-made available. So if you need to make some information regarding, then you can use the callout shapes. Which shapes? Callouts. Where it is? In the common shape. Inside the common shapes and the callout. So basic shapes which is often required to an artist is already defined over here. And what is the big in it? We can have to do it by combining the shapes also. But the difference is here. You can change the direction wherever like instantly. And the advantage of the common shape is this. Common shapes are very simple shapes which could be drawn, but they have given this because you can modify fastly. It's common shapes. So again it breaks down into multiple shapes like flowchart, arrows, callout. But the advantage of it, yes, you can change the direction easily because it find a controller on the edge, which is not in the manual design. If you do it in manual design, we need to get all these extra steps to change the direction, but it happens in a single take. Fine then. Now the next. You have few predefined sets are there. Yes. Instantly can change the emotions. All the sets are here. So I'm making happy, cry and all. One click here. Yes. Now after it done, then convert it into curves. Once converted into curves, then yes, you can add the points and get it to change. Right, emotions can be generated. Select, break apart individual object, select, plus, and the next. Select, plus. So if you to select the behind object is particular, then you can lock the object. It is making you trouble. then select the object, give a right click, switch to the option, lock the object, and I can select this, select unlock. So you got to know two options: locking, unlocking, and moving the object, breaking the basic steps and modifying the steps. Now, so again the new option you have understood. There are predefined facial expressions are there, which could be modified on a certain point, and all the steps are like this. So you can use this is one of the beauty tool. Drag. Give this modification to drag a lot, make this shape perfect. Give a plus point and drag it down. Get it null. Get a plus point. Get it move. Yes. Select plus and basic shapes down. So making logo designing and all are done from the same design. The next, if this is not there, then 3 boxes has to be done, modification to be done, a lot of works. But here just duplicacy and base modification, that is all. Fine. What is the tool? Common shapes. Because a lot of job could be done with this much of shapes. So it is to be taken care of. Yes, liner. Drag, make it narrow and make it big. So 2 line arrows, direction mark already there in the system. Just drag, drop, modify, and that will be basic modify, no like point modifications. Base modify करते ही design हो जाता है. All the things are the example of your common shapes. समझा नहीं, बस आप यहाँ पे कॉमन शेप है सर, निकालो डिज़ाइन बनाओ. हाँ कर सकते हैं ना. यहाँ पे ये बेसिक शेप था, इसको क्या किया, मॉडिफाई किए, अपने हिसाब से अभी डिज़ाइन बनाए. खुद का इस नॉट नो मोर ए कॉमन शेप, इट इज़ योर कस्टमाइज्ड शेप्स. You have made the things to be get changed. I can save it up. So it is user defined shapes, not predefined. ये बोल रहे हो ना? और वो लिस्ट में वो ऐड करने का तो ओ नहीं, ये आपका सॉफ्टवेयर गिवन predefined design, not your device. It's okay. So why they have given this? Though you can do this all the things within a 2 clicks. यहाँ पे है बस लो प्लस एड प्लस and this shape. Easily you can do this. But why they have given this? Because every time you need to come and modify, get it smooth. For one time it's okay, but if it is for instant expressions to be changed, and it doesn't work out. So ये ऐसे ही बना सकते हो, और इसमें आपको इंस्टेंट चेंजेस हो जाता है. This is the advantage. Though it could be done in basic shapes, but yes, you can do modification much more faster here. That is why they have given these sectors. And all are basic shapes, no complex design you find, which is often required, and modification is always taking process, and that modifications to be get set out. That's why they are giving this. Ready-made used shapes, which is to be get modified all the time, then this is given. So if you need to write the dialog delivery, then yes. It could be done by the brutes. It's not a very big design. But they have given this because one-time design is okay, and you can add the point, drag it up. But what is the difficult? Whenever you want to move it up, it doesn't move. But if you are working with collapse, yes, it moves anywhere. The programming has done so that instantly you can give the angle to any of the subject. Right. So no need to do that much of modification over there. Fine then. So we have understood now what is shape tool and what is common shape tool and how to modify it. That's it. Like on the next class we'll see about the text tool, how to work with the text. And इम्पैक्ट टूल नहीं बताया, वो नया टूल है, आप चेक करो, ये corel 19 में नया है. So at a stage, what are the things you got to know? These are all things: common shape, graph tool, spiral tool, star tool, polygon, smart run. Right? नहीं बता, मुझे पता नहीं, ये नया टूल है, आप चेक करो. So ये अभी नया ऑप्शन में, अभी डाउनलोडेड 19 वर्जन में अभी आया. So every new versions comes up with new options. You can check it out.